there, I'm Rex King. Welcome back to another episode of our review films currently in theaters, and today we're talking about Civil War. So, Civil War was written and directed by Alex Garland, and follows these four journalists as they go from New York to Washington, D.C. in Civil War torn America. It takes place in a kind of modern day Civil War, and basically it's a cautionary tale and asks the question, what would a modern day Civil War look like? And how would people get through it? How would different people react? The film doesn't really try to answer the question of what caused the Civil War or what set it off in the first place. And it doesn't take a side. It just focuses on people and their lives and the chaos going around as well. And I really thought that was the right move for a film like this. A lot of films would be trying to send a message or trying to be clear about what stance the director or screenwriter has, but this film manages to convey a very convincing story in a very convincing world, and manages to not be drowned in opinionated voices just trying to explain their stance. I honestly think that this is probably the best way you could have done this film. This is helped by the fact that the characters are written extremely well. Lee, who's played by Kristen Dunst, is obviously the standout character and is the character we're supposed to latch on the most, as she is basically a famous photographer in this world, and everyone knows who she is, and she's basically been in some of the most horrendous war zones imaginable. And as a result, it starts to wear on her psyche, and she starts to become more detached. To counter this, we have this younger photojournalist played by Kaylee Spenny. I apologize if I mispronounced that name. Who is supposed to be basically the audience's point of view throughout most of the film, and pretty much is supposed to be the character that we sympathize and recognize the most about. And she's on this journey because she looks up to Kristen Dunst's character, and I really like the dynamic between the two characters. I like how it's written. I like all the character dynamics. This focuses on four journalists as they go through the Civil War America, and I believe the dynamic between our four central characters is quite believable, and I really enjoy that overall. And the performances are absolutely spectacular. If I had to pick a nitpick of the film overall, it would probably be that I do kind of wish we had a little bit more background into the world as a whole, but I can see why you didn't do that. And also, the visuals at times can be a little too chaotic for the film's own good. That being said, I get what they were going for, and I do believe that most of the film is shot really well and has some brilliant visuals. That being said, there are some times where it gets a little too crowded at times, but it's supposed to be because it's a war zone. So I kind of get it. My biggest complaint here is the music. The music is just out of place at times, and it's really cheesy as well. I didn't really felt like it fit for this very serious, very gray-toned movie. This movie that you really aren't really supposed to be happy or sad. It's just a absolute straight shot of what this director thinks Civil War torn America could possibly look like in the near future. And I really like this film. I didn't think it was as good as it could have been, maybe. I felt like there was some more potential just left on the floor, especially when we talk about the ending. Without spoiling it, I felt the ending was a little bit abrupt, but I kind of understood where they went with it. Overall, I did find myself enjoying this film. I do recommend it. I do think that if you're looking for a film that shows a realistic telling of what potentially Civil War torn America could look like in the very near future, this is definitely a film you want to check out. If you're hoping the film will take a stance, don't, because it's not going to. And as a result, I'm going to give Civil War a 7 out of 10 here. I had some nitpicks, and the music just didn't work for me. So that's why it's a lower score than maybe it probably should be. I debated about giving this an 8, but I just couldn't do it. Anyway, that's my opinion on Civil War. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.